All right, welcome to lesson 9.2, part 2. Today we're going to move on from examples 1 and 2, and we're going to move to the back side to talk about examples 3 and 4. We're going to start by zooming in on example A. Now I know there's a lot of numbers going on there. I'm going to use colors again to help make sense of all of these numbers. So what's going on here, if you look at the very start of the problem, is we need to multiply this first term of 3x times each term in the next set of parentheses. So you can see the arrows on top. So we need to do 3x times x squared, 3x times 6x, and 3x times negative 7. Then we need to do negative 4 times all three of those terms. Negative 4 times x squared, negative 4 times 6x, and negative 4 times negative 7. So these terms in the second set of parentheses show up with each set of multiplication that we are doing. Now we just need to do the multiplication. Each one's separated by a plus sign. 3x times x squared becomes 3x cubed because we multiply the big numbers in front, we add the exponents. 3x times 6x is 18x squared, and 3x times negative 7 is negative 21x. Negative 4 times x squared is negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times 6x is negative 24x. And negative 4 times negative 7 is positive 28. So it's important that you write all your numbers in a row. Okay, that way everything stays nice and neat. Now the last step is to combine like terms. That means terms that have the same letters and exponents. Okay, so the only letter we really have is x, but let's look at ones that have the same exponents. So let's actually get rid of this highlighting for a second here. And let's give ourselves some new colors based on what exponent these terms have. So this 3x cubed has a 3 for an exponent, but I don't see anything else with a 3, so we don't have anything to combine it with. 18x squared has a 2 for an exponent, but so does negative 4x squared. We can combine those to get positive 14x squared. Negative 21x and negative 24x both have this 1 for an exponent. We can combine those to get negative 45x. And last, we have this positive 28 at the end. We don't have anything to combine it with, so we're going to bring it with as part of our answer. So the red terms and the blue terms on that last step are what we combined. To help you see that, let's just draw a line connecting them. Red terms and the blue terms. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Example B. 4x minus 3 times 2x squared plus 5x minus 1. There's a lot of numbers going on here, so let's pick apart how to show our work. First, we have this 4x that we need to multiply with 3 terms in the other set of parentheses. So we need to multiply it with 2x squared, 5x, and negative 1. 2x squared, 5x, negative 1. Then we have this negative 3 that needs to get multiplied with all 3 terms in yellow. 2x squared, 5x, and negative 1. Now we need to actually do the multiplication. This first step, we were just showing what we need to multiply. 4x times 2x squared is 8x cubed. Then we get 20x squared and negative 4x. When we multiply negative 3 times 2x squared, we get negative 6x squared. Multiply the bigs, add the exponents. Negative 3 times 5x, and negative 3 times negative 1. Now the last step is to combine like terms. So let's erase some of these. I'm just going to erase the terms that I know we will need to combine. So 8x cubed does not have any other terms to combine with it because there's no other terms with an exponent of 3. Same with this positive 3 doesn't go with anything else because there's no other whole numbers of 3. Or sorry, constants. What we can combine, however, are the terms with x squared. We have a 20 and a negative 6, which make positive 14. We can also combine the terms with just a regular x. We have a negative 4 and a negative 15, which make negative 19x. So I think you're getting the hang of it for those two examples. Most important thing for letters C and D is just make sure you're showing your work in a way that is going to help you understand what's going on. So we can multiply y times all three terms on the in the other set of parentheses. Slide this over a little bit. There we go. I would show that here, here, and here. The other three terms, let's put in yellow. Here's y squared, here's negative y, and here's 1. Then we need to multiply this negative 2 with all three terms in yellow. Y squared, negative y, and 1. When we combine like terms, know that we can put our y squared terms together. Negative y and negative 2y get negative 3y squared. We can also put the terms together with just a regular y. 1y and 2y make 3y. The y cubed comes down because there's nothing else to combine it with. And the negative 2 comes down because there's nothing else to combine it with. Take a look at example D. Go ahead and copy that one down for extra practice. Let's move on to the last examples where we're multiplying two binomials. We've done this before, but we did it with what we call the table method. Now we're going to use what we call the FOIL method. So here outlined in black is what the FOIL method means. First, outer, inner, last. That means we want to start by multiplying the first terms together. 3x times x. Let's make that a little darker so you can see it. 3x times x. We need to do 3x times negative 2. We need to do 4 times x, which would be inner. And last means 4 times 2. So let's use some colors again to make sense of this. 3x times x is shown right here. 3x times 2. Sorry, 3x times x should be in red. 3x times 2 should be in blue. Sorry, negative 2. 4 times x, we're going to put in green to match our line. And 4 times negative 2. That's like the last. So FOIL is just a pattern to help us make sure we do this right. Now when we multiply everything together, 3x times x is x squared. Sorry, 3x squared. 3x times negative 2 is negative 6x. 4 times x is 4x. And 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Now the terms on the outside, we don't have anything to combine with. But we do combine negative 6x and positive 4x. Negative 6 and 4 combine to be negative 2. So again, this is just another method in addition to the table method. Let's look at example B for another example. We need to do 4 times x, 4 times 2, negative 5 times x, and negative 5 times 2. We need to multiply 4 different things together in order to do this problem. 4x times x is here. We get 4x squared. Sorry, that should be in red. 4x times x is in red. Now 4x times 2 is in blue. We get 8x. Negative 5 times x is in green. We get negative 5x. And negative 5 times 2, you get negative 10. For the last step, you can bring down the terms on the outside because there's nothing else to combine them with. But we can combine 8 and negative 5 to get positive 3. Let's do one more example. Oh, sorry about that. Let's clean up our screen a little bit. So this last example, for example C, we're just still going to use this FOIL pattern. We need to multiply the first two terms, 2y times 5y. 2y times 3 would be outer. Inner means negative 1 times 5y. Last means negative 1 times 3. So let's go through and highlight this multiplication. 2y times 5y is 10y squared. 2y times 3 is 6y. Negative 1 times 5y is negative 5y. And negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. When I bring down the outside terms, because I don't have anything to combine them with, I can still combine 6y and negative 5y. When I combine those, I get just a positive 1y. So the final example to look at would be example D. Go ahead and copy that one down. Just make sure you are seeing how we get first, outer, inner, last. First is when we multiply the first two terms together. Then the two inner, then the two outer, then the two last. Make sure you always combine like terms. Like terms get combined on this problem to be negative 34y. So this concludes multiplying polynomials. Thanks for listening.